The temperatures did not let up in July as we saw the hottest month on record for Tucson. And meteorologist Daniel McFarland joins us now live with why the heat has been so intense and if we are going to see a break anytime soon. Daniel.
Sean, the mornings being hot really aren't helping either. So if you take the average temperature during the entire month of July, that includes lows and highs, that was over 94 degrees. And that, as you mentioned, is a record here. Here are a list of the top 5 hottest months on average since recording began here back in 1895. Last month was the warmest by a large margin. Lots of high pressure nearby Tucson and dry air is what drives our temperatures to be as warm as what we saw.
Well, for one, it's July. It's the hottest month in the calendar year, right? And then the other more important reason, I think, is because high pressure that's usually in the four corners or east of the state of Arizona was sitting right on top of us. Anytime that happens, it compresses, it squeezes the air, and it warms it up.
One other thing of note when it comes to the hottest months is that both second and third place happened back-to-back in 2020. That year, we saw the most amount of 100-degree days and also less monsoon activity that year. So we are on track to have a much better monsoon, at least, than 2020.
And the difference is that, you know what, we really are paying Mother Nature back now. June was, for the most part, pretty cool. It's really just July that was so hot. And on top of that, if we compare it to 2020, when we had, the second driest monsoon on record, at least despite being the hottest month on record, you know what? We wound up with 2 inches of rain, which is really not that far below average for July.
Another thing of note is that temperatures tend to peak in the month of July, particularly in the first half of the month. What was different this July is that we saw 8 straight days with high temperatures over 110, which was a record, and 14 days over 110 overall. We did not see an afternoon high below 100 degrees or an overnight low below 70 at all during July. And if you're going to be outside, you notice it's hot once again today. You heard me talk about those 110-degree days. Well, we're almost at 50 days in a row over 100 degrees. So now we're going to go ahead and bring in forewarn Chief Meteorologist Matt Brode.